This morning, being that it's our spring Ohigan service, we have a special speaker, Reverend Koen Kikuchi from the Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji, and Reverend Sumikawa will go ahead and introduce. Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So nice to see all of you again. Well, this morning we have a very special guest, Reverend Koen Kikuchi. Reverend Kikuchi was born in Akita, Japan, the second son of a temple family, and he received his ordination as a minister of the Higashi Hongwanji at the age of 9, just like Shinra. After graduating high school, he entered Koen University of International Studies, majoring in the English language. And in 2007, he spent a year in the Malta Republic studying English. And upon his return to Japan, he enrolled in a graduate school at Otani University, majoring in Shin Buddhism. From 2009, he was a minister at a Buddhist temple in Chiba Prefecture for 5 years, and then was assigned to the Higashi Hongwanji Betsuing in Honolulu. In 2018, he was the minister of Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji on the island of Kauai. Reverend Kikuchi at present serves as the resident minister of the Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji. Please welcome Reverend Kikuchi.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I gotta set up all my things here. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me as a guest speaker for this special occasion of Spring Ohigan service at Windward Buddhist Temple here. I'd like to introduce my family. I took my family, my wife Mai over there in the very back seat. My wife Mai and son Ren, and daughters Kokoro and Hana. When I came here 4.5 years ago, my youngest is now 6, so she was 1 year and something. So, like a baby, but now she, speaks English well, better than me. Everybody was surprised. They are like sponge, yeah? They absorb like the water and forget easily. I got be careful about that. Okay, as Sumikawa Sensei introduced me, I'm from Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji, and my history was like that. It sounds like, wow, special. Malta, where is that? Yeah, but nothing special. I didn't do so many things in my life, and this is a very precious and very meaningful time in Hawaii to stay with people in here and study Buddhism together and share together. This is very important, and under this difficult situation now, I heard from Sumikawa Sensei, this will be the last service for now, because of the coronavirus. Yeah. And also for us too, Higashi Hongwanji decided to cancel all the services until the end of April for now. So again, thank you very much for coming to this precious moment and to share Buddhism together. Okay, so I'd like to think about what Ohigan is and how we can reach to that point. Yeah. In a Buddhism Sutra, these ideas are described like this. Yeah, this is. Ohigan, O is honorary word. Yeah. And Hi is the other, and Gan is shore. So, Ohigan is the other shore. And on the other hand, where we are here is described as Shigan. Shigan, this shore. Yeah. And in a Buddhism Sutra, between this Higan and Shigan, the other shore and this shore, between these, there is Sanzu River. River. And Sanzu is a river of 3 poisons. Because of this river, it is so difficult to reach to the other shore. And Ohigan has another meaning, which is to reach to the other shore. So the word Ohigan has two meanings. That one is the place or the world, and the another is a verb to reach the other shore. Ohigan service is the time to remember. This is not. Ohigan service is the time to remember and honor the deceased ones and loved ones. At the same time, it is a service that we hope to reach to the other shore. And Ohigan service is celebrated on the week of spring and fall equinox. On these days, the sun rises from exact east and sets at exact west. Yeah? So we can see the direction, exact east, or exact west. Yeah? Pure Land is described in an exact west world. Yeah? Have you ever heard that? No. In the sutra, Pure Land is in the west. That's why. Yeah? Okay? There's some temples in Japan designed and built for being able to see the sunset beautifully, like Shitennoji. This is the sunset.
Wow.
And this is in Osaka. And this is the Jodo temple in Kyoto. This building is designed to build like this. Pretty beautiful, man. I hope the building over there will be designed same way, but maybe not. Yeah. And I talked about what is Ohigan so far. So from now, I would like to think about how to reach to the other shore. Let's think about it simply. It is like to get on the bus which says going to the other shore, the other shore. Or to get on the boat coming from the other shore, other side, and take us to the other side. Yeah, simply. Yeah. Even my children can understand. Get on the bus, get on the boat to go to the Pure Land. Pure Land, the other shore. And what Shinran said, Shinran Shoni, the founder of Hongwanji, yeah? What he said is like that. In Shoshinge, Nagarjuna clarifies the hardship on the overland path of difficult practice and leads us to entrust to the pleasure on the waterway of easy practice. Yeah? He gave us an example of easy way of getting bored or getting bus like. When we think about all these things of how to reach, are we talking about the present life or after the death of our life? There is a big difference between these if we talk about how to reach to the other shore. I think I can say the other shore is the same as the Pure Land. Don't you think so? The other shore, Pure Land. If so, what is the difference between the Pure Land and the idea of heaven? What's the difference? I don't know much about the idea of heaven, but it is the place to go after death, right? Is the Pure Land the place to go after death? Let's see what Shinran Shonin says, yeah? In his writing, Kyogyo Shinshu, in the chapter on the true Buddha and land. Oh, this is the most difficult part, so don't worry about that. This is the most fun, yeah? Now let's go through. Reverently contemplating the true Buddha and the true land, I find that the Buddha is the Tathagata of inconceivable light, and that the land is also the land of immeasurable light. When sentient beings suffering the pain and travail in the three evil causes see this light, they all find respite and are freed of afflictions. The Pure Land is taught as the land of immeasurable light. And the light comes to us in this present moment. From this, we understand that Pure Land is something to do with our present life, not talking about after death. Let's see another saying of Shinran Shonin. This is my translation, so it's like a not precise, but if one gets shinjin, which is wisdom or right understanding of truth, the one's mind already stays in the Pure Land. Shinran says like this. He says that if we get that wisdom, our mind already stays in the Pure Land. So the most important thing is to attain the wisdom. Our body is still in this world, but our mind can be in the Pure Land. Let's imagine we are standing at the edge of Eva. Yeah? And looking at the other side of the airport. If we stand there without any knowledge of how far the distance from this edge to that edge or how deep the ocean is, we don't know how to get there. That's Japanese. Some teachers say that you can walk, or other teachers say that you can swim or you cannot, but we are not sure. We feel this side and that side is definitely separated. But once we get the wisdom or knowledge, we know that we can walk from here along the coastline, but it is difficult and long. Yeah? Not all the people can get there by walking. The wisdom is the idea of general Buddhism. Also, this general Buddhism and some other religion teach us that somebody like Buddha or God give us a boat from this side to that side so that we can reach to the other side easily, but only after the death. But what Shinran Shonin wanted to say sounds different from these ideas. I believe that our Jodo Shin Buddhism or Hongwanji teaching is like this. Buddha gives us the wisdom that this side and that side is the same land which connected each other through underneath the ocean. Although what we can see is that our body is still at this side, but we can feel that we are on the same land of that side. From Buddha's viewpoint, this side and that side, from Buddha's viewpoint, there is no border between this side and that side. But from our human's viewpoint, this side and that side definitely separated each other. Our body goes to that side, or our mind goes to that side. These are big difference. Sometimes Honpa Hongwanji scholars and Higashi Hongwanji scholars argues about when we are born in the Pure Land. But I think we need to think about these differences of body goals and mind goals. So far, we thought about, this is another picture, yeah, I prepared. We thought about what the Ohigan is and how to reach to the Ohigan. But we found that the key point is to get the wisdom. This wisdom is the important word when we think about Jodo Shin Buddhism. To get the wisdom is the first and the last thing for Jodo Shinshu followers. To get the wisdom. Okay, by the way, I have a question for you. Who here drinks beer? Yeah, I do. What kind of beer do you like? Japanese beer, okay. Local beer, mainland beer. Okay, thank you. I was just wondering. When I was a kid, my parents and grandparents would say, eat fish. Eat fish, so you will become smart. Fish bone is also good for your bones, by the way. They said like that. And do you know that jelly part around the fish eye? Jelly part. Yeah. She used to eat fish. My parents used to say, the jelly is good for you. Eat it, so you'll be smart. Actually, that jelly contains a lot of DHA. Yeah? Have you ever heard DHA? Do you know what fish oil contains? Same thing. Yes, it contains a lot of DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. Docosahexaenoic acid. That is why my parents and grandparents told me to eat fish. So, let's all eat fish and get smart to get the wisdom. If we eat more and more fish, do you think we will be smarter? Maybe not. We have a limit. Yeah? Imagine that we each have a container. Even if we put in more and more of something, it will just overflow. Renyo Shonin. Do you know Renyo Shonin? Yeah? Renyo Shonin said an interesting thing. One day a student asked, Renyo, how I can keep this moment of joy? The student wanted to understand and feel joy all the time, but he always lost it. Renyo replied, don't try to fill a basket with water. Put the basket into the water. This means you must know yourself, know your limit. Forget your belief that you can hold onto the water like a bucket. You are like a basket, so you can't keep the water, but you can let it flow in and through you like a stream. Okay. Everybody, thank you very much for gathering here today. I'm Koen Kikuchi, President and CEO of the company, and I'm proud to announce that my company, Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji Brewery, has a new product. I'm sorry, Kaneohe members, I've already announced it in our temple at the New Year's party day, but we have a new product. Let me ask, who among you drinks Bud Light? Bud Light. Okay. Me too, yeah? I do like drinking it sometimes, but I felt something was missing. I asked my workers and members what we need in a new beer. Please look at this. Buddha Light. This is Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji Brewer's newest beer. The one we have wanted for a long time. After years of research, we have discovered a crucial key ingredient, DHA. DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. We have now added DHA to our brew. This DHA is from fish oil, so this beer makes us much smarter. And if we drink too much and feel hungover the next day, we can learn from the experience how greedy and bombu we are. Our Buddha Light beer contains the natural organic ingredient, wisdom. One cannot get this special ingredient from just anywhere. Actually, this is the only ingredient that our Buddha Light contains. Please try our new product. This is still a company secret, but I will share it with you today. Okay? We will soon announce a new product called Buddhawiser. Not Budweiser. Buddhawiser. Totally different products, okay? Please imagine the product Energizer. It is the same idea. Buddhawiser gives us energy to cope with the difficulties in life. This product works in the same way as Buddha Light. Even if we drink too much and get a hangover, Buddhawiser gives us wisdom. This product also contains DHA, and this is also secret, we have added a special ingredient, RMA, which is remember me always. The beer itself has a wish, don't forget me, remember me always. My grandma used to always say, naman dabutsu, naman dabutsu. This is like that. Don't forget me, remember me always. This new product's name is from this Buddhawiser. Our vice president asked me not to mention this, but I want to say a little about our next new product, which is Mirror Light, not Miller Light. People from Japan have difficulty pronouncing R and L sounds, but our new product is Mirror Light. Okay? Am I correct? My grandfather used to tell us about an old Chinese Pure Land master who said, the sutras and teachings are like a mirror. Our product's name is actually from this. So, I am thinking of making a Chinese style label for this beer. But please don't tell this secret to anybody, okay? Anyway, thank you very much for gathering today. Don't forget to try our new products, okay? Yeah, these are all of what I wanted to share with you today. Okay. Again, thank you very much for inviting me as a special guest speaker for this special event, Ohigan Spring Ohigan service, and thank you very much for listening to my message. Thank you very much.